Alright, now let's continue fixing this. Exercise 9. Complete the sentences with the verb in brackets in the correct form of either the present perfect simple, past simple, or present perfect continuous. Last time we already fixed question 1, right? How about 2? Did we fix 2? 1, 2 finished? Now let's move on to 3, right? Okay, now let's move on to 3. What? Okay, stop, read number 3. My flight cancelled. No, the flight cannot cancel itself, so you have to use the passive form. For sure, in this case you have to use the passive form. Yeah, was cancelled. Okay. I'm so annoyed that my flight was cancelled. That is one option. Do we have another any other option? Yeah, of course, passive form you have to put ed there. Was cancelled. Okay, you put ed there. Do we have any other options, guys? Yeah. So you can use has been cancelled as well. So you can write both of them. Was cancelled or has been cancelled. Yeah. Was cancelled. What tense is this? If we use was cancelled, what tense are we using here? Yeah, exactly. Past simple, passive. Okay, the passive form or the past simple tense. Yeah. So was cancelled because my flight is the subject of this part, right? And that is the singular noun, so we need to use was cancelled. And of course, when we say was cancelled, it means that that flight was cancelled somewhere in the past already, right? But if we use like has been cancelled, what does that mean? What is the difference between these two? Has been cancelled, what does that mean? No, that cannot be too long. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so annoyed that my flight has been cancelled. Yes, that means like that happened in the past and maybe happened until now, right? But the fact that cancel, it's just like one time, cancel, and then is it cancel? Yeah, it cannot just be cancel for too long. No, maybe we don't understand it that way. Yeah, it can be, but when we say I'm so annoyed that my flight has been cancelled, probably this person is mentioning that this had just happened recently, had just happened recently, very close to the present, has been cancelled, but he didn't say exactly when, but has been cancelled. Okay, and also of course when we use the present perfect tense, we are talking about an event that happened somewhere in the past and it continued until the present or very close to the present, right? Yeah, so we can understand like that. But was cancelled, we know that for sure that it was cancelled somewhere in the past and that ended there. Okay, and has been cancelled, it means that it was cancelled somewhere in the past, we know that, but probably it just happened like very close to the present, okay, recently, something like that. All right, the next one, number 4. Tôi. Yes, my back is red. I have been sunbathing too much. So you can use that. I didn't say that the other options are wrong, okay? So don't fix that too fast. I just say this is one option, have been sunbathing too much. Do we have any other option? What? Yeah, sunbathe only. Sunbathe with ed, yeah? One more option. Hello. One more option, guys. We can use the present perfect tense as well. Have sunbathe, yeah? So we have the present perfect continuous tense, have been sunbathing, or present perfect tense, have sunbathed, and simple past tense, sunbathed. Okay? Of course, the meaning changes a little when you change the tense, right? So what happened if we use the present perfect continuous tense? What does that mean? When we say, I have been sunbathing too much, what does that mean? Yeah, and consistently, yes, exactly. So when I say my back is red, I have been sunbathing too much. That means that my back is red, and I give you the reason because I have been sunbathing too much. That means I started sunbathing somewhere in the past, and I didn't stop doing that up until now, or the time which is very close to now. Okay, I mean, and that happens continuously or consistently. I didn't stop sunbathing from that specific time in the past until now. Okay, I I I kept doing that from that point until now, or very close to now. Yeah. So when you use the present perfect continuous tense, that is the meaning. How about when we use the present perfect tense, have sunbathed only? Have sunbathed. That means it's very similar to the present perfect continuous tense. Actually, you started sunbathing somewhere in the past, and that maybe that still happens until now, up until now, or very close to now. But when we use that tense, we mean that okay, you didn't really do sunbathing all the time. Okay, maybe you did and you did sunbathing for like half an hour, and then you went inside. Okay, and then you got back there, and then you did some sunbathing again. Okay, but up until now. So when you use the present perfect tense, you said okay, it happened somewhere in the past and it continued until now, but it doesn't mean that you keep doing that all the time. Yeah, from that specific time in the past until now. So that's the difference between the present perfect continuous tense and present perfect tense. Got it? Now, the past tense, sunbathe. What does that mean? When I say I sunbathe too much, what does that mean? Yeah, I mean I did that already, right? Maybe in the morning, or yesterday, or 2 days ago, or something, right? I sunbathed too much yesterday, or this morning, something like that. That's why now, when I look at my back, it's really red. Yeah, but I stopped sunbathing already. Yeah. All right, number 5, Ngọc Anh. I am very well traveled. I have visited many countries. I have visited many countries. We need to use the present perfect tense here. Because if you use the past tense, I visited many countries, then that will change, and that is not that doesn't make sense when you say the first part. I am very well traveled, right? You say that I am very well traveled. I mean, it must be now because you use the present tense there, right? You cannot say, oh, I'm very well traveled, and then you use the past tense for the other things. You travel to many countries before, maybe last year, last 10 years or something, but now you don't do it anymore. And if you don't do it anymore, why can you say that, oh, you are very well traveled? You understand? Like, okay, 5 years ago, I visited many countries. So but that is in the past, but not now. But what you are saying, like I am very well traveled, that is now, right? The present tense. So it doesn't make sense. That's why you have to use the present perfect tense, because okay, you have visited many countries, and that means that up until now you still visit many countries, okay? And probably in the future somewhere, yeah, somewhere in the future. So you need to use the present perfect tense here. Have visited. Number 6, Thiên Nga.
Last year I went on my first ever cruise.
Yeah, last year I went on my first ever cruise. Yes, this one is so obvious, right? Because you have a specific time here. That is last year. Easy. Because you see last year, so you only can use the simple past tense. That's it. Yeah? Cruise, that means you have a kind of, you travel by boat or ship. Okay, guys? All right, great. Now let's move on to exercise 10. Recognizing synonyms. Match words and phrases 1 to 7 with the correct synonym, AGG. Okay? And please, after doing this, you need to take your time to learn all of these vocabulary words, okay? New vocabulary words, yeah? These new words. Do it, guys. Okay, you read that and learn. If you have done it already, you need to read and learn. All right, now let's fix this together. Sub number 1, construction. F, building, okay? Construction means building. Number 2, convicts, towing. G, yes, prisoners. Convicts means prisoners. 3, arguments. Ngọc Anh. A, affect. No. Controversy. C. Number 4, move to a new area. Thiên Nga. B, migrate. Number 5, revolution. Quỳnh Anh. D. No, the answer is D. Transformation, yeah? Transformation, that means revolution. Sub number 6, export. E, items sold abroad. 7, impact. Effect, right? A, effect. Okay, guys, now please take 5 minutes to learn all of these words. Make sure you know the synonyms because they are very helpful when you do reading and writing or speaking or whatever. Yeah? Learn them all. Learn them all. And then you can challenge. If you finish, then you can challenge with your friends. Yeah? Take your time to learn new vocabulary. Construction. construction, building, convicts, prisoners, arguments, controversy, move to a new area, migrate, revolution, transformation, expose, items sold abroad, impact, effect. Yeah. Do you understand everything? Is there anything you don't understand? Please ask. That means arguments. You argue with someone, yeah? Controversy, like quarrel or arguments. Yeah. Tranh luận, tranh cãi. Yeah. What? Learn. Yes, move to a new area, that means migrate. For example, you move to another country, okay? I mean you migrate there. What? Migrate. Finish, guys. Now please challenge each other. Yes, Tôi, you can ask him. Go, guys, go. Stop, go there. Challenge. Go. Yeah, just ask fast. Expose. Guys, mấy chữ nào các bạn thấy lạ các bạn có thể check cái phát âm ha, cho mình phát âm chính xác. Conflicts. That is a noun. If you use a verb, the second bit. A noun form you have to use conflicts. Yeah. Mình check luôn cái phần pronunciation nha. Đọc cho nó ấy, mình đọc ra đúng ngay nha, chứ đừng có đọc thấy mai mốt khó sửa lắm. Go. Fast. Conflict. Conflicts. Impact. Đừng có đọc impact thì lúc đó con sẽ nhớ lần 2, con nhớ lần 1 đâu. Rồi con đi thi người ta hỏi nhớ lần nào đọc rồi impact mình nhớ lần 2 rồi. Nha, đọc cái đúng rồi.
Transformation, move to a new area. Items sold, building, predictions, controversy,
controversy, controversy, nhớ không hai controversy. Đọc đúng không? Good. Cố gắng đọc nhấn âm, đừng có đọc nhấn âm mà đừng có đọc ngang 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 ra. Finish? Really? Faster. Faster. Các bạn hỏi bài vào xong các bạn biết nhanh lắm. Okay, instruction.
Building.
Conflicts.
Building.
Arguments.
Building.
Controversy. Move to a new area. Revolution. Expose. Abroad. Not so, but so abroad. So to another country. Okay? So to some other countries. Impact. Okay, now. Prisoners. Conflicts. Building. Instruction. Items sold abroad. Transformation. Revolution, not evolution. Okay, controversy. Okay, migrate. Affect. Impact. Ok, bây giờ mình đi một vòng này cũng được rồi, tự cố gắng nhớ hết nha. After each lesson, you need to learn all of the new vocabulary, yeah? What you have to do. Now let's move on to the next one. Matching headings, useful strategies and tips. Exercise 11. Put the words in 1 to 4 in the correct order. What? Why do I have to do this? Okay, do it, guys. Number 1, do, tries, not the same heading, use. finished? Yes? Alright, number 1. Stop.
Do not use the same heading.
Do not use the same heading twice. Okay, number 1, do not use the same heading twice. Fix that. Alright, number 2, going. Yeah, keep track of time. Yes, actually this one you have to do for all our parts. So that's not very important, because I don't say time is not important. I mean, it is important everywhere, you know, for the whole test, not just this part. So I don't think that is a good tip. Yeah, a good strategy. Of course, we always have to keep track of time. Number 3. Yes, read the shortest paragraph first. Yes, that means that you always read the shortest part first or the easiest part first. So you do that, so you have more idea. Okay, don't jump in and do the hardest one first because it takes too much time. But if you do the easiest one first, then you say, oh, this one I know for sure that it is the correct answer, right? So then you don't have to care about that heading anymore. You can ignore it. So you have less option to choose for the other questions. You understand? Read the shortest paragraph first. Yes. Or read the shortest one, or read the easiest one first. Anything you think you understand and anything you know, oh, I know for sure that this is the right answer, then you do it first. Yeah? Number 4.
Do not ignore words you understand.
My God. Ignore words you do not understand. You know, okay. Ignore words you do not understand. Of course, when you do IELTS, there are some words or many words you don't understand. So just ignore it, because if you don't ignore it, what can you do? Nothing, right? So you just ignore that, because there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, sometimes you can guess the meaning of the word, but sometimes you are not able to guess the meaning of the word. Doesn't matter. Yeah? Just move on. So you do the easiest one first. So I think that's the best strategy. Read the shortest one first and the easiest one first. Do it first. So you have less option to choose, because here they say do not use the same heading twice. Okay? So that means if you know that, okay, one heading is correct for sure, then you don't need to read that again. You can ignore that. Alright, now exam skills. Exercise 12. The written passage Train-Siberian Railway has 6 paragraphs, A to F. Choose the correct heading for paragraphs A to F from the list of headings. Write the correct number 1 to 9 in the boxes provided. Okay? So guys, to do this, first of all, what you need to do, you have to read what first? What? Yes, you need to read the list of headings first. You can underline all of the keywords. Yeah? Keywords, underline them all, guys. For example, number 1, I can do it for you. The impact the railway line had on Siberia. So what should you underline here? Impact. Railway line on Siberia. Yeah? Or you don't need the whole thing. You just say impact railway line. Okay? Because this one is about Trans-Siberian Railway, right? So where can it be? Vietnam or something? No, right? So you just need to underline the keywords, but not so many words. I know, yeah, Siberia is very important, but we don't want to underline so many words here. Otherwise, we're a mess. So number 1, impact railway line. Number 2. Number 2, what should we underline here? Yeah. Yeah. The reasons why peasants migrated to Siberia. Don't ask me any words here, because remember the tip ignore the words you don't understand. Maybe you, if you are lucky, you can find out word in the passage. Okay, but try to understand reasons. At least you understand reasons migrated, right? Reasons, peasants migrated. Yeah, easy. Okay, do it, guys. Read that carefully. Read all of the list of headings. Read the entire list of headings, underline keywords, and read all of the paragraphs there from A to F. And then I'm going to give you like 20 minutes or something. So read carefully. Read it fast. Read carefully, read carefully. Search for the synonyms, okay? Similar words and phrases. Don't just look at exactly the same words, okay? Don't look at the matching words. You need to look at the similar words and phrases, not the matching words. finished? Ok, chưa xong làm đi, mới đầu của mọi người thì mình tập kỹ vô làm cho mấy câu nó xong rồi. Đọc đây, đừng ra xong rồi hả? After answering those questions, make sure you know why, okay? We are practicing here, so no need to guess and then fill in whatever you like. You must understand why you choose that heading, okay? Finished? Okay, now let's read everything and do everything. Oh, here, based on the tip, we need to read the shortest one first, right? Let's try it. Let's see whether that strategy works or not. We have to try to see. Which one is the shortest one, guys? Paragraph F, that is the last one, right? The shortest one, okay. Let's do it. Read that first. We'll see. Quỳnh Anh. Just read that aloud. The whole paragraph. Read that aloud. Yes.
The written passage Train-Siberian will.
No. Not everything. Paragraph F only. F only. Trời ơi, nó định đọc nguyên bài ngồi chờ đến sáng mai chưa xong nữa.
On whose the tips certainly attracts many foreigners to it. Today, it gets most of its fuel from domestic passengers. It is responsible for 30% of Russian exports and harvests more than 250,000 containers a year.
Okay, even though we can read this, but guys, I think there's a problem here if we use this strategy. What is that? Yeah, it's good when we read the shortest one first, but alright. But I myself just recognize there's one problem if we do that. What is the problem? Because if you just jump in and you read the shortest one first, without doing the first step, you know what is the first step? Then maybe you don't understand anything. Why? The first step, maybe they ask you, remember last time they asked you to read the article quickly, right? That means you skim everything very quickly just to get the general idea of what it's about, right? And I think that if you apply this strategy, that means you read the shortest one first, but if you don't like skim everything first and you jump into the last one, I'm afraid you don't understand anything. You don't know what it's about, right? Just say, although the trip certainly attracts many foreign tourists, today it gets most of its use from domestic passengers. It is responsible for 30% of Russian exports and carries more than 250,000 containers a year. What is it? Okay? At least we know, okay, if you read through this, and then you see, first of all, the title, the Train-Siberian Railway, it's talking about a railway, right? And you read through everything, construction, how it was built and something, okay, at least you have some idea. Okay, we try to apply the strategy. Let's see whether it works or not. Now, when after reading that, tell me the summary of this. The main idea, what is about? All right, someone else, please. You need to understand this, guys. To do this, you don't just read and then you just jump in the heading. It doesn't work. You have to read and then you have to try to summarize it yourself. You must be able to tell the main idea of the whole paragraph. Otherwise, you cannot find the right heading. It doesn't work. Now, someone, please summarize it. Tell me what it's about. Yeah, about whom it attract whom. Yeah, attract a lot of tourists or passengers on in the train. What else? It talks about what? When they say it is responsible for 30% of Russian exports and carries more than 250,000 containers a year. What is it about? Yeah, maybe they're talking about exporting or exports and also the amount of things, okay, it can carry. Something like that. So at least you understand, okay, what is it about? It talks about the main customers there. They are foreign tourists and also domestic passengers. Which one they have more? Foreign tourists or domestic passengers? Which one do they have more? Yeah, they have more domestic passengers compared with foreign tourists because they say today it gets most of its use from domestic passengers, right? So that means that more domestic passengers use the train or the railway more than foreigners or foreign tourists, right? So that's the first thing. And the second thing is it talks about exports and also the amount or the number, some specific number, okay, statistics of exports there. So at least you get the point about that. And then you can search for the answer, right? Now let's see heading number 1. The impact the railway line had on Siberia, yes or no? Does it make sense? Does it talk about the impact? No. Number 2, reasons peasants migrated to Siberia or something? No. So you just check some keywords there. Number 3, the construction of the line, right? Construction? Does it talk about construction? Yes or no? No, no construction, right? 4, speed, style, trend. Speed and style. Does it talk about speed and style? No, no speed, right? Number 5, the controversy which surrounded the building of the line. Controversy, arguments, something arguments? Yes or no? No, no arguments. Wrong. Number 6, the attraction of the Train-Siberian Railway. Yes, maybe, right? Attraction. Like it attract whom, something like that, right? The attraction of the railway. So you need to analyze attraction, guys. For each sentence, you need to analyze some keywords, yeah? For number 6, analyze attraction. That's the most important thing. Number 5, okay, let's underline the keywords. Okay, let's do it together so you can understand. Number 1, what should we underline? Impact, right? Impact, and then what? Railway line, yeah? No need to do Siberia. Of course, this is about Siberia, right? Number 2, reasons, right? Reasons, and then you need to underline like Persians migrated, yeah? Number 3, what should we underline? Construction. Remember the synonym of construction, that is? Building. Very good. Number 4, the speed and style of the train. What should we underline here? Speed, style. Yeah, just underline those two. Of course, we are talking about train and railway. Yeah? 5, controversy, which surrounded the building of the line, right? Controversy surrounded building. Yeah, controversy, surrounded building, or controversy building. Yeah, controversy building. That means we know, oh, that is, they have some arguments about the building. Yeah, the building of the line. Or building of the line, not just some buildings, not just some regular buildings. Yeah, we are talking about building of the line, of the railway. Yeah. Number 6, attraction, right? Number 6, we are talking about attraction. 7, row prisoners, soldiers. Yeah, we can analyze something like building the project, but no, later. We just say row prisoners, soldiers, those things first. 8, yes, length of time. It took to build the line, so we underline length of time. That's the key thing here. 9, role the line has in the local economy. So maybe role, and then local economy. Yeah, role, local economy. Those are the key things. So now, guys, we see verb A, number 6. The attraction of the Trans-Siberian Railway, yeah, maybe makes sense, right? So you can note that. If anything makes sense, you note that. Because sometimes you may confuse. You don't know, oh, should we choose this or that, right? So you can mark that one, number 6. Let's read number 7. Stop, read that. Okay, do you see anything like prisoners or soldiers there? No, right? Nothing there. Not in paragraph F. So not 7. 8. Go in. Yeah, do you see anything related to length of time? No, so we don't choose that. 9, Ngọc Anh. Okay, role, local economy. That's what we underline, right? Role, local economy. Yes or no? No. Okay, maybe they talk a little bit about export, right? They talk a little bit about export and something, right? So now, guys, which one should we choose? Well, we F. Now, which one should we choose? Because now, the attraction, maybe attraction can be, because you see something like tourists and domestic passengers, right? Now, number 9, the role the line has in the local economy. Yes or no? Do you have something like economy there? Local economy. They are talking about exports, guys. Exports, and carries like it is responsible for 30% of Russian exports, and also carries more than 250,000 containers a year. That is about business, economy, what it can do, right? So 2 things. So maybe number 6 and number 9. So which one should we choose? The attraction of attraction, that means something like interesting, right? So here they say, although the trip certainly attracts many foreign tourists, today it gets more of its use from domestic passengers. It is responsible for that. So which one is more important according to you in this case? So maybe 6 or 9. I don't know. You can mark 6 or 9. Okay? You can mark both of them. And then when we know for sure where we can choose 6, then we will come back later. Okay? 6 or 9. All right. Now let's come back to maybe just go to paragraph A. Yeah. Go to paragraph A. Tô In, go. Read that. Okay, the Trans-Siberian Railway has been described by some as the most memorable journey on earth. So it's talking about that journey, measuring nearly. So it is describing this kind of railway, right? It is the longest railway line in the world and takes approximately a week to complete. It is one incredible train journey from this area to that area, arriving, blah blah. The journey has captured the imagination of travelers from far and wide since construction began. Okay, what is this about? Just summarize it. What is this about? Yeah, it introduces the Trans-Siberian Railway, right? It describes the railway, how long it is, and where you, if you get into the train, where can you go, something like that, right? It mentions something like that. The journey has captured the imagination of travelers, something like that, okay? All right, now we'll see. Look at all the heading. Number 1, impact railway line. Does it talk about the impact of that one? No. Reasons, passions, migrated? Nothing about migrated, right? Number 3, construction. It mentions something about construction, right? Does it mention about construction? Where? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's mentioning something about construction, like measuring nearly, like building things, right? Longest. No, it's just talk about the length of that one. It just talk about the length of that one. Anywhere else mentioning, like, do you think that is construction? Oh, they use the word like since construction began in 1891, right? Only that, right? Since construction began in 1891, you can underline the word construction there. Guys, in IELTS, be very careful. If you see exactly that word, probably it's not the correct answer. I don't say always, but be very careful because IELTS is not that easy. Okay? The question is whether this one is mainly about construction or not. Construction, I mean, it must talk about like building things, how it is done or something like that. Okay? All right, then you can, if you think that is construction, you can keep number 3 there. So that is one option. Now let's continue to number 4. You can write number 3 there, okay? Number 4, speed, style, yes or no? Doesn't talk about speed or style, right? 5, controversy, arguments, no. 6, attraction. Yeah, it can say something about attraction, right? Like, does it attract tourists? If you read that one. Like measuring nearly, like here they say that has been described by some as the most memorable journey on earth. Measuring nearly 9,300 kilometers, the longest railway, and then takes approximately a week to complete. And then one incredible train journey from Red Square to the Great Wall, taking in Siberia, blah blah. So many beautiful places there. And the journey has captured the imagination of travelers from far and wide since construction. Something like that. So does that attract people? Yes. So number 6 probably makes sense as well. Right? 7, Rome, prisoners, soldiers. No. Land of time. Does it mention time somewhere? The length of time, the length of time. Length of time, they just talk like it takes approximately a week to complete, right? But that's not the key thing here, right? Role, local economy? No. So you have only, now you just you are considering 3 or 6, right? So which one they talk more? 3 or 6? They talk about 6 more, right? Attraction, right? So that means that now you have the option 6 for A. And for paragraph F, remember you chose 6 or 9, right? But now number 6 is already in paragraph A, so number 9 should be for paragraph F, right? Makes more sense. Okay, so that's the way you can use to do it. If you're confused, you just write all of them there, and then you choose. Okay, paragraph B. Ngọc Anh, read that and tell me the main idea.
Although officers have been building this line since 1891, it is still being expanded today. The original
Yeah.
Train-Siberian railway was built from Moscow to
Yeah, okay, whatever, just a name, don't worry.
on the orders of Caesar Alexander III. Building the line was not an easy task as there was only a few qualified engineers and the difficult climate often slow
Progress.
progress. A lack of workmen means that soldier and convict had to be conscripted. To have up to 90,000 men were exploited in its construction.
Okay, now you see they mention about many things. You see they mention about soldiers and convicts, right? They mention about construction and something else. Of course, they must use something to distract you. But after reading this, so can you tell me, like, most of the time it just mentioned about what? What is the main idea here? It mentioned mostly about what?
Time that the railroad have been built.
Yeah. Has been building this line since 1891. Yes, I can see the time. They started building the railway since 1891. Anything else?
When they build that trains,
Yeah, problem when they build that train, that railway. What else? Okay, doesn't really matter. Now somehow you understand that. Okay, now let's read the heading together and we'll see. Number 1, impact, railway line. Yes or no? Let's talk about the impact. No. Reason, passions, migrated. You see the word migrated. Nothing about migrated, right? No. So number 3, construction. Yes, it talk about like how it was built or time and they use different types of people here, like soldiers and convicts to build and something like that. It talk a lot about construction, right? So maybe you can mark that one, maybe number 3 there. 4, speed, style. No. We don't read, remember we don't read 6 and 9 anymore, okay? We don't read 6, you can mark 6 and 9, we don't read that anymore. 5, controversy, yes or no? No controversy. Number 6, we don't read. 7, Rome, prisoners, soldiers. You see something about prisoners and soldiers, right? Yes, okay, maybe. So you can mark like number 7 there. Number 8, length of time. How long? Because length of time, you need to know like how long it takes, right? Does it mention how long? How long? What? They just said that it started, right? Although officials have been building this line since 1891, it doesn't mention clearly about the length of time, right? How long or something. Or maybe from that time until now is okay. Now, okay, so we have something like we have like 3, 7, and 8, right? Now, which one they talk mostly?
3.
They talk mostly about 3, right? Construction. Actually, all of the other things, they actually support that idea only. They talk about the time. They just describe everything about construction, when it was started, okay? And then all of the problems they faced and what they did there and who they used to build, or all of the things, okay? Something related to soldiers and convicts. They are talking about the people they used to build the railway. That's it, right? So all of them supports for the idea of construction. So so that's why we need to choose number 3, heading 3, right? Okay, because you choose 3, so you can mark that one. So we don't need to read number 3 again, right? Okay. Now, C. Thiên Nga.
From the moment the building began, the project faced many difficulties, even though it was considered a technological marvel at the time. There were arguments about the quality of work. Roads were considered too light and bridges not strong enough. Many claimed convicts had sabotaged the line. Furthermore, the project also caused serious problems for the Russian economy.
Okay. Now tell me the main idea of that.
It mentioned about the difficulties or the problems that the train faced.
So they talk about some difficulties. It talk about like arguments, right? There were some arguments about the quality of the work. What else? Rails were considered too light and bridges not strong enough. Many claimed convicts had sabotaged the line, right? Furthermore, the project also caused serious problems for the Russian economy. So you see, they use some words like Russian economy. They use some words to distract you, right? Because you see, in the end, suddenly they jump in Russian economy. Do you know why they want to do this? They trick you to choose local economy. Remember? Yeah. They trick you because you see heading 9. They talk about local economy. See? So that's why they put like the Russian economy there to distract you. Luckily, we already chose number 9 for something else already. So, of course, this one is just a distractor. We don't care about it. All right, we see some difficulties. We see some arguments and kind of disagreements here, right? And many people claim of something. We see something like serious problems, blah blah. Now, let's see. Number 1, impact. Yes or no? No. Reasons migrated. No. Number 4, speed, style. No. 5, controversy, which surrounded the building of the line. Yes or no? Yes, a lot, right? A lot of controversies there. 7, Rome prisoners, soldiers. You see, they try to distract us by putting convicts there, see? But it's not about soldiers. There's nothing like soldiers here, right? Only convicts. Land of time? No, not number 8, not land of time. So what should we choose here? 5. Perhaps C, 5. So easy, it becomes easier because now we can remove most of them already, right? 5. Okay. Now D. Paragraph D. We're done, right?
There's 5
Criticisms.
reasons for ever the
Okay. What's it about?
I think it's mentioned about the migrants of poor people to Siberia between 1895 and 1960.
Yeah, talk about migration. What else? Only that? That's the main idea?
And it tells the Train-Siberian Railway, Siberia Industrial Revolution would not have happened.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll continue next time, tomorrow. Yeah. All right. That's it for today.